Okay, so communicating your scientific research. Yung nakikita nyo po dito sa slide na to, I am showing um, two caricatures. One representing the researcher and the other representing who we call our stakeholders. Or your stakeholders could be yung peer reviewers if you're writing a journal article out of your research. It could be your thesis or research panel, so yung mga magbabasa at mag-a-approve ng inyong research project. Or it could be magiging readers ng inyong report, fellow students, the entire school, or yung readers ng journal publication. So it's very important po na klaro sa inyo that when you're writing, you're not just writing for you to express yourself. You're actually writing your report up for it to be understood and to be accepted or challenged by your intended audience. So mahalaga po yun. Ipapaliwanag ko po kung bakit ko ito hina-highlight ngayon. All right, but then let's start with a definition. So what is a scientific report or a research report? So it is a document that describes the process, progress, and or results of technical or scientific research or the state of a technical or scientific research problem. A scientific report may also include recommendations and conclusion of the research. So yun po, himayin natin. May 3 points na binanggit dito. Describes the process, progress, and results of a technical research or of a scientific research. So meaning, yung scientific report po will have to document kung ano yung mga ginawa ninyo sa inyong project. Second, the state of a technical or scientific research problem. So dito po papasok yung context, ano, yung diniscuss natin kahapon sa review of literature, that for you to clearly communicate the purpose of your research, you have to make it clear to the reader ano ba yung state of the art and what's missing or what's actually the gap in the area that you are studying. And then yung pangatlo pong point dito, sinabi, might include recommendations, no? Mahalaga to, pag-uusapan natin to sa dulo. So, optional naman siya. Hindi lahat ng reports kailangan mag-recommend kayo ng path forward or extension ng project ninyo. But then typically we do it for a reason. And then, most importantly, in an ideal case, ano po, if you're performing research, you have to offer like some conclusion. So, medyo weird yun nung gagawa kayo ng scientific research na wala kayong lesson na mabibring forward at the end of it. Pero ikaklaruhin din natin to, no? Kasi yung conclusion, hindi naman pong ibig sabihin na yung conclusion mo ay yun talaga ay kino-confirm yung hypothesis mo. Pwede nga ang outcome nito kabaliktaran, or pwedeng ang conclusion mo is there's only a limited set of claims that we can make. Hindi namin pwedeng i-verify yung buong conclusion out of the data that we have because of some limitation. So, pag-uusapan po natin yung mamaya. Alright, medyo bumabalik ang aking mouse. Siguro hindi pa ako natututong mag-navigate talaga ng Zoom. Pero, bago po tayo, bago natin himayin ang research report, magtatanong muna po ako sa inyo. Gusto ko munang damahin ang pulso ng masa. Napaisip ako dun sa damahin. Alright, why do we write scientific reports? Sige nga po, ating mga guro, pag-usapan po natin ito. Bakit po ba tayo nagsusulat ng scientific report or ng research reports? Bakit, or sige, if i-flip ko, bakit po ninyo pinagsusulat ng scientific reports ang mga estudyante ninyo? Ayan.
Silipin natin yung YouTube kasi
ayan, oo. Ayan. Meron po bang matapang na gusto mong bigyan ng sagot? Okay. Research report is one way of disseminating your research findings and communicate to a large number of audience. Yan po, mahalaga po. That is very important. So like from the perspective of doing the research itself, talagang kailangan pong i-share natin. Kasi most especially, you know, like the intention is to gather knowledge. So ang knowledge po talaga, it's for sharing. But then from a mentorship perspective sa mga estudyante po, writing up research report is also an opportunity for us to train our students or equip them with the skills to communicate yung kanilang learning. So if it's a written report, then yung writing proficiency po nila. If you're asking for them to present their data or their findings in a conference, so magandang practice din po yun ng communication skills nila. But then mamaya pag-uusapan na rin natin, ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng communication from a research report perspective? Is it just a matter of presenting your data? Ano ba talagang nangyayari dyan? Ayan. Okay, ano pang mga sagot dito? Because a research work is not research in the real sense if findings are not disseminated. Nako, totoong-totoo po yan. To determine the level of scientific and research skills achieved by the student. Gusto ko po yung sagot ni Sir Lyndon kasi this is also a way for us to assess. Diba? Yung mga estudyante ba, ginawa lang ba nila yung mga nakalistang procedure or naintindihan ba talaga nila yung entire process? Were they able to come up with a coherent narrative? Meaning, nakukwento nila yung entire journey kung bakit nila pinili yung topic, paano nila tinakal yung topic, paano nila nakuha yung resulta, in-interpret, and paano sila nakapag-offer or nakapag-contribute ng bagong knowledge. Research reports allows the researchers to be able to communicate the results of the study. Okay, so mukhang yung common theme na yan. So nakakatawa naman po na meron pong siguro common understanding ang mga guro natin that this is a very important part po ng scientific method even, that we have to communicate what we learn. All right. Okay, ito gusto ko yung sinabi ng Sir Alexis Bayan. To scrutinize how results are true, valid, and reliable. Magandang point po yan, most especially when it comes to oral presentation, kapag nire-report nyo yung research nyo, we get asked questions, right? Actually, even like sa written communication, when you are publishing, yung term na peer-reviewed, experts will scrutinize the validity of what you write. So part of communicating is not only sending your message across, but it's also defending or providing enough data to convince people that your results are right. All right. So validation, mahalaga din po 'yan. All right. Okay. So natuwa naman ako sa mga sagot niyo and therefore mag-move on na tayo. Okay. So wala naman ako nalagpasan. So why we write and read research reports? So dito po sinabi, okay, yung tandaan niyo yung caricature ko sa simula, you have your researcher who is essentially the writer and then you have your stakeholders who are the readers. So essentially po, when you say communication of your research, there are two dynamics at play. Kasi ikaw na nagsusulat at nagpo-communicate, you are the one who perform the research and then ang goal kasi niyan is hindi ka lang nagsusulat at wala magbabasa. So dapat naiintindihan niyo po, ano ba yung motivation para basahin niya report mo ng intended audience. All right, so from a writer's perspective, typically we write this first to share information and findings, gaya nga po ng sagot ng lahat kanina, and second to contribute to the body of knowledge. Okay, now, on the flip side, sa magbabasa po ng ating research, they have a unique set of objectives. The first of which is that, first, they are interested in your research area, and they might also be performing research projects in the same subject matter. So ang ginagawa po nila dyan, babasahin nila kasi they're gathering information or learnings that they can actually use for their own initiative. Mahalaga po na naiintindihan natin to. And then secondly, since babasahin nila yan, and more likely involved sila sa same area na yan, their intention as well is to verify the findings. Ano po? So when we say verify, they are not just reading it to receive and accept your information. They also can challenge your information. Kaya po, it is very important that we write scientific reports in a very effective way para po yung purpose talaga natin as writer, ma-achieve natin and that we actually get buy-in or acceptance ng ating conclusions or claims dun sa mga magbabasa. Alright, so dapat ganun po. And when you teach your students sa pagsusulat ng report, please, i-highlight nyo po ito na hindi ka lang nagsusulat just for the heck of dumping your data. you are writing up a scientific story to actually convince people that what you did is a good body of work and that the claims that you are providing are backed by data. Ibig sabihin, mataas yung quality ng ginawa mo. Alright? Okay, so pinakita ko po sa inyo yung perspektibo ng magsusulat at saka ng magbabasa. Naalala nyo po yung design thinking process na binanggit ko kahapon? So we should be writing a research report specific to an intended audience. So ito po, paiba-iba depende po kung nasa ang level kayo ng pag-perform ng research. If you are a research student, typically you're writing it for the approval of your research project committee and then your fellow students kasi sila naman yung magbabasa niyan. If you are an undergraduate student na gumagawa ng thesis, usually, you're writing it for the approval of your thesis committee. If you are a researcher, your bread and butter is really publishing your work in scientific journals and presenting your work as well in international academic conferences or research conferences, then you are writing up your report specific to like your intended audience. So dapat po alam nyo rin yan. So again, you are writing it for an intended reader or for an intended audience. So i-adjust nyo po yung inyong approach.